Doing here? What's your job?
We are giving out the registration gifts, which are these really nice camping chairs this year. We're looking forward to getting the word out about Christian Sports International and everything we do in the sport of BMX. And we do church services called Church in the Dirt, and we also provide outreach camps called Victory BMX Camps. And we do that all around the country. The furthest west we've been so far was Dallas. And we love every minute of it. Last year we put in 11,000 miles traveling this country for CSI BMX Ministries. Sure, so these BMX events we go to, they are national level events, so it's like a national circuit. And they race on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, and because of that, they are missing out on church. So we provide a chapel service at these races. Like I said, it's called Church in the Dirt, and they're about 15 to 20-minute chapel services before the racing starts for the day. And when we're not doing that, we do the outreach camps at various tracks around the country. They are typically a 2-day camp where we provide instruction with the sport, but we also mix in some devotionals and an opportunity to receive Christ at the end of the camp. And with those camps, we also work with churches in those areas because we're in and out of that community, but the church is there, so we hook those kids and families up with that area church that we're partnered with.
So the premise behind everything that we do is to use sports as an opportunity to share the gospel with the youth in the Pittsburgh region. So what we do is we earn the right to be heard. We go out in different communities. We use baseball primarily to build relationships with kids and go into different communities, share the gospel message, and then ultimately the final goal is to build relationship with them so there's discipleship opportunities beyond the baseball camps. So the goal would end up being we want to see them year-round. We want to do Bible studies with them. We would love to do life with them because that's really where we see life transformation. A one-time thing, there's value in that, but really where we see transformation is a one-on-one, life-on-life, long-term investment. So sports is the beginning of that, but it's really the vessel, the vehicle we use for discipleship. So there's a young man that attended our baseball academy last summer. I had known him prior to even coming to the academy. I'd coached him since he was about 10. And then he came to the academy and started to, he was really struggling, really from a baseball standpoint, but also with life. And the faith part, he'd grown up in a Christian home, but he had come out of poverty in the Dominican Republic and came out here to flee some difficult situations. So the faith piece was always around him, but it wasn't always real to him. So it was fun to see through a setting like a baseball academy where not only did we see improvement from a baseball perspective where his skills got better and he's really started to see his self-esteem improve on the baseball field, but the faith component also began to become real to him. The Holy Spirit began to work in his life, and the transformation from beginning to end over that 5-week span was unbelievable, to the point where we were receiving text messages from his mom and from his coaches saying, "You wouldn't believe the difference we see in him after 5 weeks of the baseball academy." A friend of mine said once, it's simply one beggar telling another beggar where he found food. So it's really that's what God does. Is it's life transformation. It's not religion. It's a relationship with your Creator. And as we see what God does in our own heart, I was really angry. I wanted to fight people all the time. I was bitter and I had all this resentment. And as God started to work in my heart, I love the verse that says in Ezekiel 36:26, it talks about where God changed your heart of stone and turns into a heart of flesh. That's my testimony. So anybody that's skeptical, that's why God gives us testimony, so that we can say, hey, this is not just about following a bunch of rules. This is about a God who created you, who knows you, who loves you, and wants to be that for you. So it's so much deeper. And as you start walking closely with Jesus, you allow the Holy Spirit to do a deep work in your life. It is literally transformational. And that's what we try to do with the work that we do with the coaches. My favorite thing to do at a baseball camp or a baseball academy is to go around and let coaches share their testimony, because it's not just me. It's not just, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't invest so much time and energy into this if it wasn't literally transformational. So when a coach can stand up and say, this is what Jesus did for me. I was one way and now I'm another way. And the thing that happened in between, that was Jesus. And I'm a different man because of that.